We're talking television's biggest night, the Emmys. Stay tuned.
You're tuning into the destination for TV superfan discussion, AFTERBUZZ TV. And now, let the buzz begin.
This is little Tori Kelly, guys, who had a nice little rendition of Hallelujah on tonight's program. Welcome, everyone. This is AfterBuzz TV's Emmys 2016 Emmys recap show. I am your host, Kenny Harrison. You can find me on Instagram or Twitter at Kenny C. Harrison. Sitting next to me is
Corey Powell, Hollywood's hair guru, enlightening you one strand at a time. You can find me on...
I like that. I like that too.
I need a tagline.
You can find me on Instagram or Twitter, Corey Powell Hair.
sitting next to Corey is the lovely
Allie Washington. You guys can find me on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, all that lovely stuff at Allie the Pub, P-U-B.
All right.
Does that work? Does that work? I don't know.
We'll make it work.
I love the head with that.
And on the end, it's very dapper.
I'm Chris Howard. Thank you, sir. Chris Howard, you can reach me at Chris Howard Live on Twitter or Instagram. And you can also reach me at legendarylivingdaily.com and legendarylivingtv.com for YouTube.
Awesome. Welcome, guys. So tonight was a big night. Primetime Emmys.
Yeah, big.
So we're going to recap everything from the winners to, I don't want to say losers, but
The non-winners.
the non-winners. And we have some even red carpet stuff.
Yes,
Let's go ahead and start with that.
Yeah, so
Let's
the
do it.
red carpet popped off really early. Super excited about it. I was trying to figure out what the theme of like the carpet was this year. It was a little kind of hard to read into more than last year, but I felt a lot of like golds was in, so like some neutral looks. My number one, of course, is Kristen Bell. I just love her anyway. She's premiering her new show on tomorrow, The Good Place, and this dress is just giving me everything in a good place. It just makes me feel good. Okay,
That's right.
right. You see that? You see that little segue there?
Yeah.
But anyways, she has this nude colored dress, accented with some really nice colors going into the fall. It's kind of like I'm not letting go of summer just yet, but I'm gonna still give you guys a little bit of something. Her hair kind of matched along with it, don't you think?
It's perfect with what's going on in the fashion right now with hair color. She's got blonde, but it's like really blonde with golden undertones.
Mm-hmm.
It's super current with the wavy, messy, the long bob, a lob.
Mm-hmm.
So it's kind of it's sexy on her for sure.
Yeah, and the makeup matches.
By the
too.
way,
Yeah,
this
she's
is
on point.
This is our hair, and I'm gonna assume makeup guru for today.
Yes.
And then our wardrobe guru
Yes.
sitting over here. Me and Kristen, we're just gonna sit this one out. So if it looks like we are just like hanging out and chilling, I'm paying attention.
And I just had to cough to mess up her thing, so, we're all good. But
So we're gonna let them continue.
Oh, goodness. We're going to hold it down for you guys, okay?
Take it away, Allie,
that
again.
was my look number one. So look number two, Miss Cookie Lion, a.k.a. Taraji P. Henson. Jimmy Kimmel actually suggested that she drops the P.
Right.
So and she
that was
looks
pretty
good
clever.
enough to drop whatever letter she wants to in this. She's bringing us the citrus look. And she's always really good for red carpet look. She kind of switches it up sometimes. She's really bold with color a lot. And that's one thing that I'm enjoying about this. She's doing the spaghetti strap, nice slit up the side, shoes match. Impeccably. It's just nice. It just looks really, really good. And the hair does
On
it.
point, this wasn't my favorite look of her hair. It looked a little bit too undone, I think. It looked like it was almost wet, I think.
You think she would have looked better with an updo, maybe?
No, I loved her when she wears that like nice shiny bob that just swings. In the
We're
second
talking
half
the
of the
second
show.
show,
Yeah.
I didn't care for the bangs, but
Right.
when she
So you
goes
liked
that-
her in the show? The look in the show that she had. Real sleek cut.
Oh, was it a
I
wig?
like that because she's
wig.
got a move. When she walks and her hair goes with her.
Yeah.
So it looks really sexy. This was a little like it wasn't as playful.
Yeah, I can agree with that. She had another look inside the show, and if you guys look at my Instagram, I kind of compared the two, but definitely kind of felt this one, but I kind of understand what you're saying
this dress
now.
is on point.
Yeah.
Oh, we're looking at the pictures too.
Yeah, I can see it. I can see it.
Sexy.
And my third look, now this one, a lot of people were going back and forth. Harper's Bazaar, E! News, everybody was going back and forth on this on social media as well. Sarah Paulson's look was a little bit different than what I think that we were used to seeing her or wanted to see her in. Going into the fall, of course, we're crossing into these darker kind of tone colors, but she's serving a really nice emerald green, nice little cutout in the front, not too much, but a lot of people were just like, it kind of looked thrown together like a prom dress kind of feel. What do you think?
I thought the dress was completely on point. To me, she felt like the one in the room.
Oh, yeah.
You know, you saw her from everywhere. She'd stand up and pop. You would see her like that. And I thought her hairstyle was fantastic.
Her hairstyle was the bomb. I think she shut down everybody on the carpet with her hair.
For sure. And she just, you know what it is? I think the dress is a bit mid-'80s with the shoulder pads.
Yeah.
So I think that's on point and very current of what's coming up in fashion.
Yeah, most definitely. And she had kind of like some gray kind of undertones with that hair too.
Then, yeah, I didn't pretend the color wasn't my favorite,
yeah.
but the style was on point.
Style was cool, yeah. So anyways, that was my top three. Bad dresses that I thought, I'm going to just run them down. We don't have any pictures, but I'm telling you, you guys are probably going to see them.
Now,
Trust me.
when you say bad, isn't bad in good or?
Listen, Kenny, I'm like bad as in bad. Taraji was like bad and like good. You know what I'm saying? These three were bad as in good, but these next that I'm about to name were terrible. Juliana Rancic on the carpet, I did not like her look, and I always like her on the carpet. I just didn't like this year.
I didn't see her, sorry.
Yeah, Millie Bobby Brown, not good. Terrence Howard, I wasn't feeling the plaid suit.
That was a little tight.
Yeah, it did look tight.
He said he had it stuck in his stomach. You heard him say
he did say
that.
That was a little
He did
tight.
say
I was waiting for
that.
a button to pop.
Yeah, that's that Lucius Lyon.
laughing
That's that
about?
Lucius Lyon good. Let's see. Michelle Dockery didn't look good. Mandy Moore looked horrible in her orange.
And big.
Oh, and huge. I don't know what was going. I don't know if it was the color.
She's a tall girl.
Yeah, she can't do anything about her height.
But that hair was like,
It just didn't.
No, it was not
Nothing
right
worked.
for her. It was.
Nothing worked with that one. Amy Poehler did not look good to me. Heidi Klum,
Does
sorry.
Amy Poehler ever look? I mean, no disrespect, but I mean, come on.
I think that she's done.
I've seen her.
Usually,
I've seen her at all these award shows, and I've never seen her like.
But she looks
that's why
better
she
with
always-
dark hair.
she's
She
usually
looks
in
better with dark
navies
hair.
and blacks, usually, and with dark hair.
Yeah.
And so she's usually in navies and blacks, and so this one was a little bit different. She had this like
It looked like a shawl.
yeah, it was
she
like
was wrapped.
it was like a one. You know how like you have that newborn baby, you like swaddle them. She looked like a. I have a nephew,
Like
Braden. Shout out to Braden. She looks swaddled. You know.
That's a waddle.
But that's why she always brings Tina Fey with her.
Yeah.
It evens it out.
Yeah,
you know,
kind of balance
And
there.
Tina Fey looked good.
Tina Fey, yeah.
Tina Fey always looked good.
That's why Amy Poehler brings her.
Yeah.
Hey, gotta have somebody.
But they weren't even funny this time up there either.
No.
Unfortunately.
Anthony Anderson looked nice too. Him and Tracy Ellis
I
both.
was
And to
just
start
about
off
to
the
say,
show, that was
yeah.
a really good fashion
Yeah,
element.
She was in white, and
Yeah.
you
That
kind of don't see
hair.
it.
Yeah.
It's a bit severe.
Yeah.
I thought it was.
With who? Oh, are we talking about Kristen Bell?
Tracy
Tracy Ellis
Tracy
Ross,
Ellis in the
blackish in the beginning.
Yeah.
It was a bit. I thought she looked great. The hair could have been a little pushed forward, not quite so.
Not so
straight
bad.
back.
Yeah.
She got a beautiful face.
Oh yeah. And that's probably what she was trying to show off. But anyways, that was my fashion
That was
instinct.
it?
Thanks for joining me.
Do I get to say who my favorites were?
Come here.
I think Tori Kelly took the night. Like she was sitting back there with the guitar, but I mean,
It's still being fine.
yeah, still being fine. I like that because I've seen you do regular news too, and you are night and day different.
Yes.
I love this though. This is awesome. Look at that go. She's still being fine. So she's Tori Kelly. Her hair looked like something from the 20s. It was
Yeah.
like
Amazing.
Really
Yeah.
It was a modern version of like the 20s and 40s hair. I thought it was kind of a little too big, but sexy in a way that it was too big. You know what I mean? Like on purpose. It was
I loved
really,
it.
really nice.
Yeah, and I liked Abigail Spencer. I thought she was hot. She had the
Stunning.
the dark dress and
Dark
the long
She's a
hair.
beautiful woman.
Beautiful. Yeah, she really
Beautiful.
is.
Yeah,
She's
stunning.
Her show's
so
coming out,
eloquent.
right? That what is that show she's doing now? Time.
Don't
Something
give me the
time.
lion.
She's like a time cop of some sort, but she's
Sorry,
beautiful.
folks,
She
we
was
don't
gorgeous.
watch network television around here.
Right.
only HBO.
It's just the after show network, right?
Do you think we'd ever get anything done if we watched TV?
Exactly. You guys want to talk about Jimmy's opening?
Yeah, I thought it was great. I thought
That was good.
Yeah,
I didn't
It's
understand
clever.
the van in the beginning.
The van in the beginning.
Wait, when he was in the van with the people, I didn't
you mean with
understand that.
Modern Family?
Yeah,
It's kind of a. That's what they kind of do on Modern Family. They do drive around in like a big van. So.
Yeah, I guess.
So
I
he
don't
went
watch
from
Modern Family.
he went from OJ to Modern Family to like Veep.
Yeah.
Well, the whole idea was he was late for the Emmys.
Yeah,
right?
he was late
for the Emmys.
Who's that guy who does James?
James Corden.
That was funny.
Oh, yeah.
That was funny as
That was
hell. I
funny.
was like, oh my God, if he does this carpool and then he gets into it, I'm like, man, come on, karaoke. It was cute. I liked the beginning. And even when he opened, finally made it to the Emmys, you know, and even how he opened the show then with like little just like comeback kind of joking, laughing. He made the environment really cool.
But
Comfortable.
Comfortable? There were some uncomfortable
It was some
moments.
uncomfortable moments.
In the beginning, I thought
But
it
in
was
the beginning,
there
I think he
always
set
are.
the tone. Kenny, what do you think?
The tone? It was a great tone. He set the tone.
Yeah.
I liked his opening. You know, he
the
talked
peanut
about
butter jelly sandwiches.
That was
was
nice.
fun. A good little
You know,
break.
I like his whole thing on diversity and how
That was the funniest thing.
Yeah, and, you know, he's well wrapped. Now we were talking earlier before the show started, and he instead of saying Melania, what is her name?
No, who said that?
Melania.
Melania.
He called her
He called her
malaria,
malaria.
which I don't know if that was on purpose.
I think so.
Malaria is an
He's
infectious
retarded.
disease.
exactly.
Right?
He's crazy.
So
I think it was on purpose.
We're gonna say it's on purpose.
Oh, is it infectious? Yes, it is, right?
it is.
It's an infectious disease.
I would assume
Yeah.
so. I think I liked his opening. I like Jimmy Kimmel. I
Yeah.
think he's hilarious. I
Yeah.
think perfect host.
I thought it was really good. I mean, it's not easy to capture that many entertainers and really entertain them and have their engagement. And I thought he pulled it off really well.
Yeah, and his whole Mark Burnett throwing him over the wall. It was just
It was
genius.
perfect. It was on spot.
I mean,
good.
it's the political climate we live in, and it was just perfect.
Right.
It was perfect. So the Emmys, the show is really long. It's 3 hours long, and they break it up into like the comedy part, the limited series part, and then the variety part, and then the drama part. So
Right.
do you guys want to do the comedy part?
Yeah, we can do
first?
the comedy. Let's do the laughs first.
Okay, let's do the laughs. So
this, you.
the first award was for supporting actor in a comedy series. Should we read the list of nominees, or should we just do the winner?
We can do the list.
Okay. So I
Who's really in charge here?
yeah, exactly.
No, we can do the list. I think that because it's important that you see who you think should have
Right,
won.
exactly. So the list goes: Louie Anderson for Baskets, Andre Braugher for Brooklyn Nine-Nine, Titus Burgess for Unbreakable Kimmy Schmidt, Ty Burrell for Modern Family, Tony Hale for Veep, Keegan-Michael Key for Key and Peele, and Matt Walsh for Veep.
I like Key and Peele.
Okay.
Now,
That's
I've
me.
heard, I haven't seen Key and Peele, but I've heard that from a sketch comedy perspective, it's really amazing.
It's
Hilarious.
funny.
And
It's
they've
funny.
been in the game for a long
Long
time,
time.
and now they're just now getting their shine. So I like that. I've never seen Baskets, but just from seeing him and seeing how his like personality is, it makes me want to go home and be like, binge watch, you know?
And I've only watched the first episode of Baskets, and basically he plays Zach Galifianakis' mother. So it's like, I guess he would win that.
So is he's a
Well, it
tranny?
seems-
He's not a tranny, but he's just a cross-dresser.
He's a
woman.
crossdresser.
Yeah,
He plays a
he
woman.
plays a woman. He plays the mother of the main
Yeah,
character.
so
Okay, so
He's
it's
a
one of
drag
those.
queen.
Okay,
Yeah.
so he's a drag
in
queen.
drag. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah. So
It's the theme of the night, right?
Yeah.
Well,
Kind of. There was a tranny theme.
make your comments below. I'm not. Don't put me on the spot on that one. I'm a big Veep.
We're like Jimmy Kimmel. We're the
I know,
Emmys. We're
exactly.
celebrating diversity.
All
Yeah.
things tranny,
Exactly.
all things. Yeah.
I watch Veep. I'm a huge fan of Veep. So Tony Hill or Matt Walsh were my choices, but. I guess Louie Anderson. I call him Lonnie Anderson. That's
It's a different person. You could fit like 5 of her in him.
Clearly.
What's the character he plays?
I don't know the character's name, but he
Maybe
plays
the
his
hair is
mother.
as big as Lonnie Anderson.
Maybe. That's quite possible.
Hey, never know.
That's quite possible.
I'll let you guys know once I've been to one.
You don't remember Lonnie Anderson.
No.
Oh, really? She don't?
There's no way she would.
Oh my! I do.
I have to
follow
look
now.
that up. I'm writing it down now.
Lonnie
Kenny.
Anderson.
Lonnie Anderson.
NNIE.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
I believe
Burt
so.
Reynolds,
Look that
right?
up.
She was
If
the
you know who
Antonio.
Lonnie Anderson
Oh, yeah.
is, reach out. Give her some tips and
Reach
some
out and
clues.
touch.
So the next category was supporting. Well, I guess there was writing in a comedy was Master of None. I don't watch that show. I've seen the first 2 episodes and it's not my cup of tea.
Right.
So.
Not really. Yeah, there's a few shows that I wasn't familiar with. I was surprised that I knew so many.
Well, there are. What
is she hiding behind the cup? What? Oh, Master of None. Do you know something about the show?
No, it's not my cup of tea either.
Yeah, it's just, yeah. Well, and continuing what Chris was saying is like a lot of these the same shows are nominated in just about every category. So
pretty much, and I've seen that 2 and 3 times.
Yeah.
Tonight, like in the same category.
Oh yeah.
You know.
Well, they on some I think writing and directing they do episodes of the same show.
Right.
So
Yeah, we
they
saw
can
that.
so that's a possibility as well. So Master of None. I guess it's funny. I don't watch it, so
Congratulations.
Moving right along.
None of us are the master of that one, obviously.
Exactly.
Masters of None.
Supporting actress in a comedy, there was Anna Klumsky for Veep, Gabby Hoffman for Transparent, Allison Janney for Mom, Judith Light for Transparent, Kate McKinnon, Saturday Night Live, and Niecy Nash, Getting On.
Niecy Nash.
Yes.
Kate Winslet. What show is this?
And so,
What show is this? Kate McKinnon actually won
Yep.
for Saturday Night Live, and that was my personal favorite.
Yeah.
I love
She
SNL.
looked nice on the
She looked
carpet.
nice. Yeah.
yeah, she had my vote. I was hoping that she would take that. So
Yeah, I'm happy. I'm totally happy she got it. So
I mean, she looked so thrilled. I mean, they all look thrilled. You
Yeah.
know, this was a first for her as well, I believe. Yeah.
yeah, yep.
Yeah. And didn't she say she'd been watching it like since she was like little?
Yeah.
Yeah, since she was 12
Yeah, I
years old.
thought that
she
was
said
kind
she-
of cool
yeah.
too. It's like
Well, how
yeah,
long has Saturday Night
full
Live
circle.
been around?
What's that?
How long has Saturday Night Live been
42.
around?
40 something years.
Before your hair turned gray. It's a cat fight. It's a cat fight.
Yeah, it's been
It
around.
has gray undertones.
But it's sexy as hell. I mean, that's a sexy hairdo.
Yeah, it's been around for a long time.
Yeah.
Long time. Moving right along, there was actress in a comedy series, and we should point out that Kate McKinnon did win her first Emmy, and usually they like to give people the same actors win year after year, which you will see in this next category. Julie Louis-Dreyfus for Veep, Laurie Metcalf for Getting On, Ellie Kemper for Unbreakable Kimmy Schmidt, Tracy Ellis Ross for Blackish, Amy Schumer, Inside Amy Schumer, and Lily Tomlin for Grace and Frankie.
I love Grace and Frankie.
You're probably
So
the only one.
I'm probably, and I know that I'm probably the only one.
No,
Absolutely.
it's a good show. It's just too slow.
Yeah, I'm about to say it's very slow.
Yeah.
You got to.
I got
Love
up
it.
to like the 3rd show and I couldn't get past it.
Yeah. Come on, you got to
They're
do
great.
better.
They're-
It's 2 seasons. It's 2 seasons.
And they're a half hour, but still, I fall asleep.
I like Inside Amy Schumer just because it has the best title.
And so,
I mean, that was a brilliant title. When
And
they
she's-
came up with that,
And
was
she's
like,
pretty damn funny too.
She is
And
funny.
she's good. Yeah, she's funny.
She's funny. I watch Veep, so.
We know where you're voting.
I'm not surprised she won, and this is her 5th time winning in a row. I mean,
Which is fantastic. I mean, she's a pro. She's been around for a while, and she knows what she's doing.
and at what point do you say, okay, I don't need another one of these?
Right. When you're like, what's her face that had showed up for 9 times?
Oh,
what
Maggie
is that?
Smith.
Maggie Smith.
That was hilarious, by the way.
Oh gosh, but
Yeah,
yeah,
that was
Julia's
funny.
win this time. I think it was, of course, it was a more emotional win, losing her dad on Friday, and this is Sunday.
Ah.
So prayers out to Julia. Salute, girl, because you did your thing. Because I don't know if I would have been able to. That shows a lot of strength.
That's a quick turnaround. I don't know if that's appropriate, but that's a quick
Yeah.
turnaround for losing someone, especially someone that you.
You could tell that she was just so emotional. About
She
the
was
whole thing.
shaking her hand like
it was fun.
I wanted to grab her through the television. She
Yeah.
was shaking so
Big hug.
hard.
But part of it, I mean, life does go on, and there's the celebration of life and the dedication of the award to him. And I'm sure that this, her winning the award was something that was very meaningful to him as well. So.
Right.
Yeah.
Kudos to her.
Yes, most
Congratulations.
definitely. Congrats.
Lead actor in a comedy, Anthony Anderson for Blackish, Aziz Ansari for Master of None, Will Forte, The Last Man on Earth, William H. Macy, Shameless, Thomas Middleditch, Silicon Valley, and Jeffrey Tambor, Transparent.
You know what I have to say?
What's the theme of the evening?
At the beginning of the show, part of that opening monologue when Jimmy came, came out and he said, "Here, let's just skip 20 minutes, fast forward to it." That was brilliant. That was so funny in the opening monologue. And then, of course, we could have skipped forward 20 minutes.
He actually won.
And then they said something really funny about it. It was born as a comedy, and
but it was born as a drama, identified as a comedy.
That was
Jimmy
had some really.
He had some good punchlines tonight.
Good quips.
Yeah.
Good quips. I'm not surprised that he won. I thought Anthony Anderson is funny and Blackish, though.
Yeah, and I thought he would. Honestly, I thought that it was going to be a nice little competition between him
and Jeffrey Tambor. Yeah. Speaking of uncomfortable, when they announced Bill Cosby, did anyone pick up on that?
No, I skipped right by that.
Okay,
what did they do?
Basically, when it came back from a commercial, the announcer said 4-time Emmy winner Bill Cosby, and no one did anything. No one applauded. No one did anything.
Did it show a picture or something?
No. And it was just they didn't show anything. And then Jimmy comes out and he said, "I just wanted to see what you guys were going to say."
Oh shit!
So it was one of those awkward. And if you missed it, go back and see it because it was.
No, he didn't.
Yes, it was quite uncomfortable. And you know how they cut away to the audience.
Yeah.
So you get to see. I think Tina Fey, they cut to her and she was like, "Oh wait, what's happening?" You know, it was just so awkward.
But he did it on purpose. It was
purposefully done. So
that ain't right.
Purposely awkward moment.
it was, and even I paused. I was like, "Whoa, wait."
Well, what up, Bill from AfterBuzz? Okay. Hey, Bill. Like too much.
That's all from the comedy, except for the comedy series, which was Veep.
Veep, yeah. Now I haven't seen that. Now I've got to watch it.
You gotta. It's five seasons deep. So if you're willing,
know he's not gonna watch it. We know he's not gonna watch it.
Why are you saying he might not make it that long?
Yeah, he may not make it that long.
Because of the gray hair.
He may not make it that long.
We might be burying him before we get to the end of the 5th season.
He'll get 3 episodes in on my show. He'll probably get in 4 episodes on his.
And it actually takes a little concentration to watch Veep because it's funny. You have to follow it.
He gonna be going after the first episode.
She's fantastic. We love you.
I love you.
I actually think I would like a show like that.
Let's
I just
try
never
it.
got into it.
Let's try it. I'm gonna try it.
So now I'm curious. What shows do you watch? Or just give me an example. I don't need to know.
I love the Game of Thrones.
watch it?
I'm a procedural guy.
Okay, good.
Yeah, I tend to. Like,
so you like NCIS and?
don't judge me.
I'm not judging. I'm not. I did turn up my nose a little bit.
Yeah, you did kind of say,
you like
NCIS.
right.
You're one of those people.
It's okay.
Yeah, he was getting into the Game of Thrones because we were watching together, watching the Emmys together, and he was like, yeah, Game of Thrones.
Yeah.
I like Empire.
Yeah, you like what?
I love Empire.
Yes. I knew we was
Now
gonna be friends.
that's one show I can't get through.
Kenny, bye.
I can't.
Whatever.
Okay. I just can't do it.
Teen line all day.
I did watch the episode where the son gets shot.
You should have been hooked after that.
Now, are we talking about Game of Thrones or Empire?
Well,
Empire.
Because it could have been any show, you know?
Well, Kiki's son gets shot, and right before that, the scene, the dad, Terrence Howard, tells him that he wished he died of AIDS.
Yeah.
Kind of some heavy stuff.
Yes, no,
You should have been hooked after that.
And
No,
the way they deal with the
that's
gay
not
shit.
fun.
He said, "No, I'm not watching that."
So you know what's funny is you could probably take that whole plot and transfer it over to Game of Thrones, and you could have still
It's
played it
the
off.
same thing.
Just a different costume.
Different
It's a
disease.
different
I
costume.
hope you die of the plague.
So this show has run off the rails already, and it's good. It's fun. We're having fun.
There you go.
Limited series. Basically, O.J. Simpson won all of those.
Well deserving.
I'm not going to run through the list of nominees for that.
I did the after show for that, so I loved the scene.
Oh, so you did?
I like, because when I was going to be on this panel for doing the Emmys, I was like, well, shoot, I think there's people that know more of the shows than I did. And then I get in there and like, shit, I know that one. I watch more TV than I think. But the O.J. Simpson after show, that whole the after show was amazing. Go watch that after show. No, but that whole series was just insane. It was so good.
Well
Top to
written
bottom.
too.
Top to bottom. And so you agree with all the winners?
I thought they were fantastic. I'd love to see Marcia Clark there. That was so cool.
Yeah,
you
wasn't
know?
that cool that she brought her as her date?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was really
And then
neat.
they kind of dressed cute too.
And even
They dressed real cute.
and
She
even
did.
Jimmy's digs on her at the beginning about how sitting next to winners.
It was perfect.
So you'll win.
It was again awkward.
No, but
like,
she took
moment.
it. She thought it
She
was
took it in
great.
stride.
It was better than Ann Coulter at the roast for what's his name for Rob Lowe.
Lowe.
Did you see that?
Yes.
Oh my God! Did you guys-
low blow.
And I don't hate people. I dislike Ann Coulter,
Yeah.
but I felt so bad for her.
There you go.
It was. There's got to be a line drawn at some point.
They were just
and
ripping
I actually
her
thought,
left,
and,
right.
and I actually thought it was her roast instead of Rob Lowe's.
You would think so. Do you think that they poured it on her more than the other people?
I believe so. Yeah.
I don't know. I get what you're saying when you say you felt bad for her
Yeah.
because it was easy to do so. I mean, they were calling her every name in the book, and she didn't know how to
Jesus.
take it.
Yeah.
But to go back to the point that Marcia knew how to take the
Right.
the jest.
Yeah.
And if you can take it graciously and roll with it and humbly, you're cool. Poor Ann Coulter on that was just.
A deer in headlights.
Yeah, exactly. She was not just roasted. She was what do they call it when they incinerate you and make you ashes?
Child.
It's just-
Incinerate.
She was incinerated.
It's called an episode of Game of Thrones.
Yeah.
That's what it's
The only
called.
thing that happens is they don't bite off your face.
Or crush it.
Crush it.
Don't just poke your eyes out.
So OJ won everything. I was happy to see Regina King
Oh my
win
gosh.
again.
How about the black girl magic though? When Taraji's just like,
Yeah.
I feel like everybody
see,
needs a Taraji.
last year-
Everybody.
You got a point.
You know what
Yeah,
I
that'd
be
mean?
great.
Everybody needs a friend like that.
Well,
And this is her
yeah.
second time doing
Well,
that.
last year Taraji was the presenter when
The
Regina
Oscars.
King
Yes.
won.
Yes.
And it was the same thing.
She was like, come on, girl. Here's
yeah.
your award. Come on,
yeah.
go, go, go.
Yeah,
You
So
know?
yeah,
That was
that was
awesome.
one of my favorite, I guess, actors to win.
Yeah.
Was Regina King. Seeing her win was pretty cool.
I would like to have my own Taraji, just
Yes.
to follow
Just to walk
her.
around?
Just to applaud and.
I would like to have my Cookie. Cookie is hilarious.
Yeah.
It's been great to watch
Yeah.
her career grow.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's done a lot of stuff.
Is she no longer on? I read that she's no longer on Empire.
No.
Oh, she is?
Yeah,
No,
she's
no,
not-
one of the girls on the balcony gets
Yeah.
pushed
No,
out.
no. I thought because she had a drug problem. Am I making this up?
Oh, you're definitely making this up.
Okay.
Where'd you
'cause
get this from?
I don't know.
You're
I
digging
read
the
I,
trash.
He's stuck on LA tabloids.
moving right along because clearly I
Cookie is
am.
not going anywhere.
Okay, good.
She's a lion. She's here to stay.
We're moving to Variety, and Key and Peele
Yes.
won,
Woo!
so that was good.
Yes.
I was hoping for SNL. I'm a big SNL fan. I've been
I mean,
watching
that's
for
cool.
years.
I mean, and they had that longevity. So,
Yeah.
and it always keeps getting better and better and
Yeah.
better. So they're always in the running. But I know for certain that those two brothers have been hustling. Like,
I mean, they were on Mad
hard.
TV, right? They used to be.
That's right.
They used to be
yeah,
on the
so
That's right. I
Yeah,
forgot
they've
about
been
that.
working. So congrats to them.
That's great. And then last week tonight won for Variety Talk Show.
I don't agree.
I love. Oh, it's hilarious.
My parents watch him all the time, and
It's
it just does nothing for me. Like
Yeah, you
it
heard what you just said. Wait,
yeah.
shh. What'd you say?
I said it does nothing.
But
for
who'd you
me.
say watch it?
My parents.
Oh,
My
okay.
parents watch it.
Hello.
Enough said. Is that what you think? Enough said. No, my parents said they're like, boy, he's so great.
This one watches NCIS, so I mean, come on.
Hey.
When I watched him though, when I watched John Oliver, I looked at that and I thought that you could make that in your house with a
just
green
had to
screen
use your-
behind you.
Yeah,
You could do his John Oliver's whole production with a green screen behind you and do it from your
He
bedroom.
is, but you gotta watch. He's hilarious. His commentary on like just shit in general is just hilarious.
Yeah.
And
He commentates on shit.
I'm fine with that. I'm fine because he makes it funny.
Just anything.
Yeah, he makes it funny.
You got to.
And he did a whole episode on Trump, and it was the best thing I'd ever seen on TV in a long time.
Does he like him or does he hate him?
He hates him.
Really?
Yeah.
Because he seems conservative, no?
Watch it. Look up make Trump Drump again.
Drunk?
Drump. Because his real name, I guess, going back is Drump. His real name, and he changed it to Trump.
Really?
And he did a whole, and John Oliver did a whole half hour just ripping him.
Well, I don't think he's
hilarious.
alone in that. Everybody was talking about Trump this whole Emmys.
Oh yeah.
Well, that's Hollywood.
Yeah, I mean that's, but you were going to be surprised how many people.
That's the rich left.
Yeah.
Hollywood. That's-
Whatchamacallit, what's his name? That played
Sterling.
Johnny.
Johnny Cochran.
Sterling
Yeah,
was
what's
amazing.
his name?
Courtney
Vance.
Boy, Courtney
yeah.
Vance said, what did he say? He said, something.
Obama out.
Obama out, Hillary in. I was like, drops mic, geez, and walks away. But
I was
yeah.
actually happy he won too.
Yeah, I was too.
I thought when I was watching OJ, I actually thought I was watching Johnny Cochran and not somebody playing Johnny Cochran.
All of them were so good,
Yeah.
and David Schwimmer was so good too. So I was kind of hoping he'd win something, but it was neat to see the new guys, or not new guys for me. Courtney Vance, who may have been out there for a long time, but he's a new guy to me.
Right.
And
Courtney Vance go
Sterling.
way back.
Yeah.
Only thing I remember Courtney Vance saying was the preacher's wife.
The preacher's wife.
Oh, what did he
Whitney
say?
Houston?
I'm so bad.
He said the
That's
preacher
years ago.
something.
Yeah, I know.
Oh,
Way
the chocolate.
long
What did
ago.
he say?
Way
The
back.
chocolate. The chocolate something.
That was good. That was.
What the hell did he say? That was Sterling, wasn't it?
Almost like
Yeah.
it's
Your
like
chocolate-
USC has the Trojans, so for
Stanford,
it's the chocolate.
Aren't they trees? No, that's.
Their mascot should be trees though.
Oh,
Is it Stanford trees? I think it is a tree.
Make your comment below. Let us
Oh
know.
my
Let us know if we don't know.
All right.
Moving on. The last part of the show was the drama side. This is where I watch a lot of drama.
I'm a drama
I
guy.
I like a lot of drama in my life.
Do you-
As you can see. Mine isn't procedural like this one, but
hey,
I'm just.
Judge
Procedural.
Judy over here.
Oh my God.
he on your ass.
I'm going
Here you go,
procedural on
She's
your
ripping
ass.
me. I gotta rip somebody.
You're right. You gonna watch some drama today. It's a comedy today.
So, one of the big winners was Maggie Smith, who again was not present for her Emmy. And
So she's too cool for school. She's like, how old is she?
I think she's just in her 80s.
Kenny, what do you think she does at home?
Nah, she's probably knitting a sweater and
I
being
think,
British.
I think she's listening to us.
Now she's the one.
She's listening to us. Hi, Maggie.
She's Professor McGonagall, isn't she, from Harry Potter?
Yes.
There she is, and she's too cool for school. Believe that.
She's British, so she's somewhere in London or.
She probably goes to the BAFTAs.
She's
Oh, yeah,
probably
okay.
having tea.
She's having tea and crumpets.
Yeah.
I actually watched Downton Abbey. I'm probably the only black man that does. And if you do,
I watched that, and it's not a cop show.
You do?
I do watch it.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
There you
Big
go.
fan.
And you actually have to pay attention and watch and like follow the
What
conversation.
episode are you on?
I'm all
That's the key
finished.
question.
Episode 2. That doesn't count for I watch it. That counts for I
I
watched it.
have seen it.
I have seen it. Yes. Okay.
Oh gosh.
A lot of people wanted the Game of Thrones women to win. I was okay with Maggie Smith. She's hilarious on the show.
She is.
Her lines are just.
She's an awesome actress. She's she's all
Yeah.
over it. So.
The supporting actor winner was Ben Mendelsohn for Bloodline. And again, fun fact. His character, this was season 2. His character died in season 1, and he played flashbacks for most of season 2.
Oh, wow.
So for an actor to win in flashbacks,
And he's not even alive. The other characters. That's pretty good.
yeah, and the story still revolves around his character being dead after a season. So I think that's impressive.
Oh,
I think that's impressive.
So you
Very
won.
cool.
Well,
Lead actor was Ramy Malik from Mr. Robot.
And I asked you if you saw that. You said you did.
I have. I watch too much TV. Yes. I don't think he wasn't my pick. I was Kevin Spacey. I think he was. It's always good in House of Cards.
He looked
like
very
his
suave
show.
in that tuxedo. How'd you like his white tuxedo with that white top?
Yeah.
And, he looked pretty good.
I agree.
You agree?
That was his fashion tip for that. He picked a good one. He did.
Picked a good one.
Because we didn't get no guys. I didn't think about that. We didn't get any guys.
I almost said I was checking out the guys.
Terrence Howard was so
I was checking out the guys.
Nobody stood out.
A lot of
No.
guys wear black
Yeah, but some of them have like different looks about theirs.
Well,
you know,
yeah.
what's that one guy that's on gosh, what's his name?
Give me a
Aziz.
Aziz.
He didn't have any socks on, you know?
But that's kind of the
I
thing.
think
But
none of
that's
the
his
things
style.
are too
How do you
small.
notice that?
Yeah, he didn't have socks
That's the
on.
thing now, that the guys with no socks and suits and
Yeah.
it's a little
Well,
weird.
his pants were a little bit tapered.
I do wear socks, the no-show socks. sometimes.
Right.
I have on sandals.
Yeah, he
I
had
don't
none
have
on.
socks on.
See, I don't think those are comfortable, so I don't know that would be very stylish for me.
What, the no-show?
Yeah. Well, I've worn them before, and they just kind of slip and they're
in.
weird, and they.
Got to get the right brand.
Yeah, but you know who didn't? Well,
What's your brand?
Matt Damon, when he came on, His suit looked okay, but with the darker felt on the inside, I didn't think looked very nice. I don't know what you thought about that, but I didn't like that much.
Anthony Anderson kind of had one like that too.
Yeah, there were a couple of them that looked pretty good. There were a couple of suits that stood out to me.
King is
A suit is a suit.
I think a lot of them were the men wore them too tight.
Very much so.
Well, I think isn't that that's a trend too? Like guys are wearing tighter clothes.
yeah,
now.
I think that's because we're getting older and wishing we were thinner.
It only looks good on skinny guys.
Yeah.
European fitting for everybody.
Skinny guys always look good.
So do I.
When I was young, I always wanted to put
can wear
on
that.
weight. I was like, how do you put more weight on? And now that I'm older, I'm like, how the fuck do you get? Oh, sorry. How do I get lean and trim? We're not on TV. We're good. How do I get lean and trim like these guys? Because they look. I mean, you look young when you're thin. Yeah. Damn it.
I just wear black.
Well, you just have to like
That's
cut
the
down
key.
the food intake.
Hello.
Put down the fork.
Black.
Okay, thanks.
I am coming out of this best, so yeah.
No, you look good. You look good.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Where were we?
Emmys.
It's my fault.
Actress. Tatiana Maslany, Orphan Black. I thought she looked pretty.
She looked really
Yeah,
nice.
she looked nice.
She did.
And I think she deserved to win. Do you watch? I don't know. I just happened to see you. I'm not saying that you should be watching it.
Right.
I know you watch Empire. Do you
Yes.
watch How to Get Away with Murder?
I do.
What do you think Viola should have won, or?
I kind of feel like it was going to be between those two, I
Okay.
think. Taraji, a lot of people, as much as I would like to think, you know how like you watch a show and you think that this show is really good and you like stand behind that show. A lot of people really don't feel the same way about that
Right.
show. You know what I'm saying? It's highly rated on Fox, but a lot of people really don't watch Empire.
No.
And so How to Get
I'm
Away
one
with
of
Murder
those.
is definitely, see, you got to get on the train. We got to talk. But How to Get Away with Murder, Viola, I think that it was going to be between her.
I actually thought Viola Davis was
Yeah, I
gonna win
thought
as
she would
well.
have took it home, but hey, she looked all right. She was my number 10.
No,
she
she
just
looked
had a
good.
lot going on. That pink was
Number 10.
I
That
only
barely
saw her
hits the
sitting.
list.
I didn't see her standing. So
She had like the same kind of dress like Kristen Bell had. That kind of was like a princess
Poof,
kind of
yeah.
cut, yeah. And it was just that harsh pink dress, pink lipstick, pink. It was
And
just
then
a
her
lot.
husband had like the pink bow tie.
Yeah, it was
a
like-
little
Oh,
a
is that a
prom.
thing?
It was like your parents chaperoning prom,
Okay.
trying to fit in the cut. Yeah,
It's good.
yeah. Ducked off. I see you, but you know, yeah.
Well, there you have it. Oh, drama series was Game of Thrones. No big surprise there. Yeah, I mean everyone watches it.
Yeah, except
Even
for me.
Corey.
Even Corey.
Yes, I do, and actually, I have a client who was there.
Oh, yeah, two clients that were.
Gwendolyn Christie is a client of mine, and she got.
She was on my worst
panned
dress.
On the worst dress list, yeah. But I,
When did this list come out?
I did her hair the day before, so.
Is she the tall one?
It wasn't tonight.
Is she the really tall one?
Okay.
It didn't look bad. Her hair,
Her her dress looked bad.
her dress, her boyfriend, he made it for her. So.
Yeah, well, boyfriend.
Was she the tall one in the back? She was the tall one?
She's a tall one.
Okay.
Yeah.
Don't you think that's a conflict of interest, like to have your boyfriend?
I feel like you're
Make you
putting
a
your. I
raggedy
feel like
dress?
I feel like your boyfriend. Like, if my boyfriend made dresses, and I said, "Hey, babe, can you make me something?" You know what I'm saying? And
you
it
say it
ended up
just
in a
like-
really,
I know, that's
and
what I'm saying.
and it ended up in a really bad like place that day, and I got really bad reviews. How do you handle that at home? I wouldn't even put my boo in the same situation to have to deal with that. You
But
know
if
what I mean?
that not wanted to say, "Hey, I want to make you this dress for the Emmys,"
And I said, babe, let's do it for the after party. Not for the carpet. Not for the
I'm
carpet.
just trying to figure out, is he your bae or your boo?
I call him Bay.
He's
If
made
he's
all
making
over
a dress, he's
dresses.
Bay. He had to do it for the after party.
Okay. Oh, you know who else I thought looked good on stage, and she's a tall woman, is Allison Janney.
Oh, she looked
Yeah, she did.
really
She
nice.
did.
I haven't met her. I just happened to be in the same elevator with her, and she's one day 2 years ago, and she's very nice. She's a sweet lady.
Yeah.
She's tall. When I say she's tall, she's tall.
Yeah.
I've
but she
worked
looked
with her
beautiful.
before.
She's beautiful.
Yeah.
She looked great tonight.
That's it. Yeah, she did look good. There were a few of them that are coming to mind. You know who looked pretty good? Pretty good. Okay, let me start that over again. You know who looked really nice tonight was the girl from the movie with John Cusack where he goes back to high school and he's an assassin. Minnie Driver.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
Do you remember that? Grosse
She has a new show coming out.
Grosse
She
Point Blank.
does, and the yellow.
She looked really nice in that yellow outfit. Yeah.
And she's got some curly ass hair, so
Yeah.
they blew that
Really
out.
tight curly,
and
too.
they put a lot of extensions in. I think the extensions were a little too long, but I think she still looked great.
Her hair was straighter than it was usually, and it looked really.
Oh yeah,
it worked
that's
for her,
because
yeah.
half of it was not her hair.
Before
The inside secrets. Hold it. You know
I know,
what?
right?
You know what we didn't mention though? We also didn't say that the reality competition program, The Voice, took it.
I don't watch that.
Oh.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
They're pulling
the
out
after
the
show
stops.
as
They
well.
want you to watch. They're
Yeah.
pulling out all the stops now.
Yeah.
I do the after show for that, and I also do the after show for American Ninja Warrior, which was up as well. So
Oh, yeah.
it was a tough call for both of those. We had Matt Eisman, the host of American,
nice.
and Akbar. I can't say his last name, but they were both here last week at the
sweet.
station doing the channel, the platform here at AfterBuzz TV.
Sweet.
Yeah, so
I
they came
think
in.
The Voice usually wins every year.
The Voice took it. I was voting for Matt there and voting
really?
for an Akbar with the American Ninja Warrior. But I was happy to see The Voice win. I mean, it's a great show.
Yeah. I've only seen the first season. I haven't really watched it since.
Didn't get into it.
I thought the chair spinning is fun.
Yeah.
After that, it just doesn't. I just get kind of bored. Just
I get
people
kind of
singing.
bored of them singing old people's songs.
Yeah.
The
Trying
chair's
to be all
been
Whitney.
I like watching with them like hit.
That's how you said the chair's been. You know,
It
it's
feels
about
like a
it.
game show. It's
Well, you
like,
could just keep that part. We used to have this game that we play in Mexico when I was at Club Med there, and we would play this game where you'd you give $1, then you spin this big wheel and it tells what shots you drink. And they put a helmet on you, stick you in the spinning chair, spin you around,
God.
hit the shots on top of your head, and then you drink them like flaming cucarachas or whatever it is, and then you
my
try to get off the chair. So you can keep the chair spin
I ain't
part.
going
Was
to
what I'm saying.
Mexico.
You can keep that part for your own party games, and just take what you can from
That
it and
sounds like
leave
a
the rest.
frat party.
Now I know why Trump wants to build a wall.
Hello.
That sounds like a lot of work.
I ain't no going to Mexico. Not happening. No, that was scary.
I have a question for for you guys. Who was your worst? You got your best dress. Who was aside from Mandy Moore?
Poor kid, man.
Oh, come on, it had to be Mandy.
Yeah, Mandy Moore was kind of bad.
I feel so.
Anybody else? See, I didn't-
Gwendolyn Christie.
Well, hold
Okay.
on. Gwendolyn Christie.
I think Julie Bowen was her hair was just
it's
it
always
was like
kind of
all
like-
glued. and
Is it
like going
blowing
to
or
one
bowing?
side,
I-
like she got in a wind, like in a fan and sprayed her hair. And
She's
it all went to
normally
one
looks
side.
like
Kept
that.
it there.
though. I feel like-
Stay right here. Don't go nowhere. Stay right here.
Plasticized.
Remember that movie? There's something about Mary.
Yes.
That's what comes to mind.
Oh gosh.
That's what comes to mind.
Y'all like too much.
Yeah, that's just too far.
Really? Line?
Too
Did I
far.
cross-
You
did I
took that
cross
too
the
far.
line?
You crossed the line.
Too
Did
much.
I cross that Bill?
Your
Cosby
nuts
line?
are mine. You crossed the line. Yeah, so you're saying that she looked like she had some spermatozoa in her hair.
That's what he said.
Spermatozoa.
I mean, that's
He
what
said it.
Now it's me.
I just made a reference.
Alrighty.
all right.
Who else looked?
So, yeah, then it must be Julie Blowen.
Oh, sorry, Joey. She's a sweet lady.
Is she?
I don't know her personally, but
Oh, great. Now she's going to like you and she's going to hate us.
You know what I thought about the
Can't hate
Emmys
me.
that wasn't cool? They kept on putting it down. Like
What do you mean? They did-
something was the matter with the Emmys. Like people want to turn it off. People don't want to watch. It was a reference throughout the whole show about.
maybe because it's too long.
They were very self-deprecating.
You know
yeah,
what?
We saw that.
You know what I did like though?
What'd you like?
How at the bottom it was like minutes away from this.
Tracy Morgan coming out.
Minutes away from this.
Right.
So for the people that do get frustrated watching
yeah.
like, "Damn, when
I'll
is it
come
gonna
back in
end?"
15 minutes.
I'll come back in 16 minutes. I'll
Yeah.
see y'all in
Yeah.
a minute. You know what I'm
3
saying?
hours is a long time to watch TV, for me.
So I think that was great. That was a really good. And if it happened before, I'd never seen it. I don't think I have ever paid
No, I think
attention
that's
to
new.
it.
I think it's
I think
new.
that's a new thing.
But that was cool.
So you're in favor of them continuing that?
Yeah, I think that's really good. Of course you want people to watch front to back. You know, it's not like having retention for 3 hours, but I think that's a cool way to help to boost retention.
So when they say we get cookie lines on stage in 30 minutes,
I'm saying, baby, I'm there for all the 30. Wait, because you may bring her out. You may bring her out within the 30. I don't want to miss her at the 30. You know, so yeah, I'm watching.
I thought the stage looked cool. I mean, I look at stuff like that.
Set was very simplistic
Yeah,
too.
but it was nice.
A lot of stuff with the lights and
Yeah.
stuff.
Yeah, see, I looked at that. I thought, wow, this is a real production.
Yes.
It must be neat to be there in person. You know?
And was it just me? Was John Mayer in the?
I thought the exact same thing. I thought, is that? And then I couldn't remember his name.
Whenever they cut to the pit, I just kind of fast forwarded. But then I caught a glimpse of John Mayer. I was like, is that John?
It must. Well, I thought the same thing. I thought, is that John Mayer? And then I couldn't.
That's just a random thing for me.
Yeah, it's cool.
Speaking of Johns, how about that John Travolta?
He looks really good.
What do you think of his hair?
Oh my God, it's not his. With the face, it doesn't move. He goes
Somebody
to move
give me
his
an
eyes and
umbrella,
then
all
frozen.
this shade, Lord. All this shade.
We were, I hate to say this, but this is what we were saying in the thing. I'm like, it looked like that somebody painted rouge on there to try to make him look alive.
Really?
No, and his
Poor
face,
Johnny.
it doesn't move.
Johnny looks good, y'all.
Okay.
Okay. But I'm a fan, but that was what we were saying, and I had to keep it real.
I couldn't take my eyes off the hairline or the hair in general.
It's created. It's like a
How is it done?
But that's how I asked too.
It's a wig.
It's a toupee or is it a wig or is it
I
like
know, I
it's
think
like
it's a full-on
glued
wig.
and like
It's a full-on wig.
And I had like, why would somebody wear wigs?
Because he had those grafts done like some years back. You remember seeing all those
so those are hair
lines?
plugs.
Okay.
Yeah, and that's why now he has to cover it all up. Or,
Wow.
So what's it
Can't
look
even
like?
go bald.
What's it look like if he doesn't have the wig, or if somebody
it's going to
doesn't
be
have
like
the wig?
little strands.
Really?
Like just growing out of nowhere.
Wow.
Like a little,
Yeah.
sprousey garden of sprouts or
Like,
something.
when you plant those little cloves or something like that?
Oh shit! Wow.
You know what I thought when you said
Y'all
that?
better cut it out.
No. You know what I thought of? You know remember those little chia pets?
Yes, yeah. Is that what it-
But it doesn't get that full.
That's what I'm saying. And if you don't spread the seeds all the way around
my
it,
God.
it only grows in one spot.
See, that's what I thought the Julie Blowin thought too.
Well, listen, Mr. Travolta.
Gonna spread the seeds evenly.
I was summer loving, spring loving, fall loving, winter loving, all on them. Y'all better leave Mr. Travolta alone. With
John Travolta
with his
is-
rosy cheeks and his wig.
He's an icon.
And even I have to admit, even watching the show, he looked a little weird.
He
Not
looked-
weird. I shouldn't call people weird.
No, John. I mean, he's an icon already. So when we poke fun, it's just poking fun because he
Yeah.
really is. He's
No, and he's a brilliant actor.
Yeah,
You know, I like to
Just
watch
really
doesn't have a brilliant hairline.
He looked a little uncomfortable though.
Well, things
at the-
happen in
Did you
life.
think so?
Yeah, a little
He
bit.
looked a
The
little
struggle is
uncomfortable there
real.
that night. Yeah. I don't know what that was all about.
What did we think of Claire Danes? She went a lot blonder.
She was on my worst dress.
Really?
She was on your work, but
I thought she looked great.
I didn't really
I loved
pay
her
attention
hair.
to what she was wearing.
I thought she looked great. I thought she looked. I'm going to compare, but a lot
See,
better than she
that's
has
one
in
of
the
my
past.
shows.
Yeah, I thought she looked.
Oh,
great.
Homeland. You watch Homeland?
Homeland.
Oh, good.
Yeah, that's one of my
Oh,
shows.
we got two in common. Okay.
Yeah, she's Claire Danes for me has kind of grown into her sexiness. Wait, I'm saying something here.
What did you say?
I said that Claire Danes has grown into her sexiness. I think.
And
Like-
to answer your
well,
question,
I can agree.
season 1, episode 4 for this one.
What did you say?
I said season 1,
I
episode 4
asked
for
him what
this one.
episode of Homeland.
She's still in the mental institution.
Oh, wow.
Have we done a show before together?
I don't think so. Mm-mm.
You guys should. You make a good couple. Yeah.
I can't do
Okay.
it, none of y'all.
They're telling us to wrap up. Do we want to wrap up? We're having so much fun here.
Yeah, we can wrap.
Final thoughts on the Emmys?
Whoever wins, this is really heavy.
Yeah.
In case you don't.
Is this a
in
real
case you-
Emmy?
It is
this
a real Emmy.
it's
Shout out
right.
to my friend Marcus Miller, who loaned us his
Thank you,
Emmy.
Marcus.
Very nice,
Congratulations.
Marcus. Thank you. Thank you.
Now they have a lot
Congrats.
of trademark things that have to you have to be able to cut it out in the future if they ever want to take it out. Like I was reading all this stuff,
Really?
all the background on this Emmy. Yeah.
Well, it's if you look underneath.
So
it's
now we're
property.
fucked if they. No.
It says property of the Emmys.
Right,
Basically,
you can never
so
sell it.
I was teasing my friend, but when I was taking it, if I could sell it, he said you can't. Basically, you can't sell it.
Did he say that through the gag while he was tied up?
I am holding it for ransom. So, Marcus, if you're watching, 10,000.
Does it have real gold?
Is it heavy?
It's
Oh,
heavy.
it's
Oh,
good.
It's heavy.
It's like
Can I feel-
Thor.
Yeah, sure.
It's
Here.
heavy. Just don't drop it.
Wow. Okay.
It's heavy. Yeah.
Yeah. So you wonder why they struggle. That's why.
Yeah.
Be like, oh, thank you, holding it close because it's heavy.
And I even gave my acceptance speech in the mirror before I came here.
Awesome.
Did you?
I did.
How did it go?
How'd that go?
Yeah, how'd that go?
Please share that with us.
I was in my underwear and it went really well. I should have YouTubed it.
Were you holding your Emmy?
I was.
Okay.
It was with me the whole time. I actually watched the show with it sitting in my lap.
There you go.
Like I was there at the
I'm
actual
picturing
show.
you in your underwear holding the Emmy.
And
doing
the
your-
winner is
the winner
Kitty with AfterBuzz TV.
Imagine that. You were the winner.
I started this. I deserve to get ripped on it. Okay. Any final thoughts?
I thought it was
thoughts?
fun. It was a fun show. It was fun to watch, and I thought that Jimmy Kimmel, because it always comes down to did the host do a good job in the end, and I thought he carried the show very, very well. I mean, they've had years that have just bombed, and I think he carried it. He had a great connection with the audience. He had a great connection with everybody there and with the viewer. So really a whole lot of fun.
I agree. And his joke with saying that Johnny Cochran is somewhere looking up at us, I thought I was going to fall off the couch. I thought it was inappropriate, but at the same time hilarious.
Too soon?
Yeah, exactly.
No, really?
Again, one of those awkward moments, but it was kind of genius in a way.
Well, if you haven't, go ahead.
He brought it up and down, from deep emotions to laughter. And
Yeah.
He did a really good job of transitions.
Yeah.
Yeah, and if you don't push it, if you don't make somebody uncomfortable, you haven't pushed it far enough.
Right.
So it's, I thought he did a really great
And
job.
at the end of the day, it's comedy, so just laugh.
I think the fashion could have used a little help this year, though. Like, I think there could have been more. I didn't see anything that was really spectacular to me. There were a couple of Kristen Bell's dress was really nice. I liked that kind, and I liked
Nobody's
Tori's
hair was outstanding.
Yeah,
But you
Abigail
got to
Spencer
think too.
was awesome.
This is the beginning of the award season, really. So we still have to give it's baby steps.
It's
We
baby
still,
steps.
It's levels.
We're gonna
so
see
we
more.
still got to give them some time to get their life together. I think they're gonna see these reviews and they're gonna go, okay, I got to step it up for Stan. I got to step it up for the Grammys, So they'll get it together.
So
I got
it's
faith.
coming.
I have faith.
Awesome.
So are we on the Grammy panel too?
Oh, I don't know about that.
Kenny's like,
I don't listen to music.
really?
I can do the show. We'll do the show.
Yeah, let's do it.
Just listen to it, Dal, and you'll be fine.
Where can they find you?
Chris Howard, find me at Chris Howard Live on Twitter and Instagram, and legendarylivingdaily.com, as well as legendarylivingtv.com for YouTube.
Allie, pretty lady.
Allie, the pub on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. Mom, this is for you. I love you.
Corey, where can they find you?
CoreyPowellHair.com on all your social media.
Awesome. And you can find me at Kenny C. Harrison on Instagram and Twitter. That is our show for tonight. Thank you for joining us for the 2016 Emmy Wrap. Follow us. Find us.
Yeah.
We'll be there.
Reach out.
Yeah. Have a good night.
Good night.
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.